my name's Margaret. Welcome to Car Readings. I was watching TV, Facebook on my YouTube. Now, I came across two stories related to calendar thread. One was about anti-vaxxerians, like people who don't believe that you have to take needles and it's all a hoax. This whole virus thing. Now you all know I believe it's a hoax, but I do believe if it actually does happen, if it actually is happening, if you have a vaccine out there, you should use it. I do believe that, no matter what. It doesn't have to be the virus, it could be anything. I do believe in that. So that's okay. And the other thing related to this, this is the lady who said it on YouTube or Facebook, saying she thinks it's all a hoax. It's a media feed. And I do believe this. Highly believe this. To a point, if Tracy rang me up, or one of the people who worked with her rang me up and talked to me about it, I would be very happy to talk to her about it. Because everything I said on YouTube and Facebook is actually on the media itself. It's not something I said one thing and said something else. It's actually on the media. It's on the news. It's everywhere. Yeah. So I can back myself up before that because it's just there. In the story about NCIS and madness. It's there. It's actually there. You just have to go and look for it. Yeah, so it's actually there. And that's the thing. Like the other thing with saying, I said it yesterday and it did it this morning. They said last few weeks ago they banned all the footy and soccer. This morning I watched the news. There are some players out there. There are some games out there. To a point, yes, it's shut games, but again, the touching and everything. So to me, it just makes no sense. Basically, research is distancing and touching. It just doesn't make sense to me. So there are double digging themselves. Media is, and the perfect example is Calendar Fair again, where there's a lady went on holiday with her partner a year ago. Sometime this week or last week, they decided to put these pictures on the media and they got charged for it because the police thought it was sometime this week or last week that they went on holidays. Yes, it wasn't a misunderstood thing, but you know, one thing is saying listen to the media, but I mean listen to the white people, but you do something like that you just double digging yourself again with it, like saying yes, listen to the white people like the police, but this is what the police did. So it's this double digging it itself again on media, and this is the same show. It's not a different show. It's the same show. Yeah, so yeah, and it's not just with that show, it's with other shows like your Sunwise, your local news. You know, it's everywhere. You watch one news and go back and watch another news, it says something else. Yeah, so to me it just does not make sense, and I can see why the ladies say it's a media fans, and I think they're making stories to get news out there, them to keep the news going, and I do have an issue with that because you're harming people too. Yes, if this was really happening, yes, we should do it, but it's not happening. I agree, but it's not happening. But at the same time, there are things not related to the media, like she said, where people believe that you don't need, if you have a young child and your child needs to have shots, I do believe you should do it. This to make everyone's life easier, you should do it. Yeah, I do agree with that. But don't make something up for it. Don't make a story up just for that kind of stuff. If they don't do it, yeah, get the police in or someone in to do something about it. But you don't have to make a story about making people taking shots. If these are rude pictures on the media, like Facebook and book, YouTube stuff, where six people like people have the music when they're young and it's everywhere on their body and they don't look well. If that's a real picture, if I was a parent, that would do me this right, and I'm going, yep, I'm taking my child to the doctors. It's that easy. You don't have to make a story up for it, yeah, and make life easier for you guys. Because technically, I'm telling you right now, and I have said this to the media, and I'm going to say it to you again. Once this is over, you're going to find it really hard to find another story. You are going to find it hard to find another story. So the other reason I don't believe this, and like I said, not sure all you know it, but I think this will make your life easier. Why I believe it. This is another thing on the news. A current affair show. It's not the same show, Current Affair with Tracy Gilmore. It's another person, another like 60 Minutes or Today's Show, something like that. And the girl saying, we're going to take you into a hospital where they're faced with COVID-19. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're media or not. If this was really happening, should you go into a hospital dealing with COVID-19? If this is actually happening, I don't care if you covered or whatever, if your cameras are covered, whatever. Isn't that a high risk in itself? And here you are going out there saying things about boats and planes and stuff like that, but here you are going into a hospital when it's meant to be a COVID-19 situation. I'm sorry, that does not make sense. It's like hanging a knife and watching you cutting yourself, killing yourself. It's like that to me. It just makes no sense. So I get where this lady's coming from. Yes, if you feel, if you have a child under the age of 2, you should get all your shots. I do believe in that. But the other stuff that she's saying, I do agree with her. And the other thing I don't, and the reason I feel like this is kind of like a reality show thing. I have to admit, I was thinking about this earlier, and if you watch, like when you watch, now I have put it on the NCIS show, and an episode of Madness, and I'm sure there's other shows out there that does it, but there's only 2 shows I do watch. And when something happened outside, and Allison's outside, and the kids with Joe. That sounds so much like this, and I get it. That sounds like a reality TV show. I mean, you got Google Box. You got, what's that show I just told you about yesterday? Dancing with the Stars. Yes, they're doing distances, but they're dancing together and they're hugging each other. This makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, but this makes no sense. To me, COVID-19, if this was real, like I said, I'm at Santa Claus, and this is gonna get me in trouble. I don't care. Yes, they only have 6 employees, but I reckon half of these guys can still do stuff at home. If that was a reality situation, I mean, look at the people at the front of our show. Current Affair, Sunrise, Today's Show, the 10 o'clock morning show, Sky News, all that. They have their hostess at the station. Why can't they do it at home? You got your iPod or your iPhone like I have. You got your camera in front of you. Yes, you have to do your own makeup. Yes, And that leads into the Prime Minister stuff, politics side of it too. I heard this morning, or yesterday, that they had this thing about Donald Trump. It was something about the food running out, yeah? And I get the whole food running out of stuff. And that was yesterday, the worry about running out of the food. But didn't we just went through that about 2 months ago? I get quite upset about it, if you realise that too. I was quite, say again, pissed off with it. And I gave them a week to do something about it, or that's it. I'm going to spread things out there. Now, I'm not saying names as you can see right now, but I think I agree with this lady. There are contradicting themselves. Media is contradicting themselves. I said they're saying one thing, saying something else. A show like Current Affair, it's just contradicting itself. We don't have real symptoms related to the COVID-19. We have symptoms, but to me it sounds like the flu. It just sounds like the flu. Like anything else, it just sounds like the flu, yeah. And like I said, it just sounds like a TV show. It's off a TV show where someone's freaking out, someone smelled blood, and now they got this virus. And this person can pass it on to other people. The only difference with this person smelled the blood, it's not a bat. It's the only difference with this show, yeah. And if you want to know what the show is, I did say it's NCIS. So if you want to watch it. It's season 5, so it's season 5, episode 6. So it's there. You probably have to do it on YouTube or Facebook or something like that. But it's there. So this contradicting themselves. I do agree with this lady. They are contradicting themselves. And I think, honestly, if they're really serious about this, the whole of COVID-19, and listen to the government, like, I'll have to admit, I do listen. I am listening, saying 1.5 meters away, probably further, knowing me. I'll go to the shop if I need it. Never go to the chemist. I don't need to go to the chemist. Go to work when I need it. I do walk down to work, but I think that's my exercise. So I kind of compromise in working, doing a job and doing another thing with it. Yeah, I do that. I do honestly say I do that. The only reason I do it, because there are people out there do really believe in this COVID-19. They believe it's a huge thing, and I think to myself, I don't want to freak them out anymore. So just go by what they say on media and what I hear in other people. Like, perfect example, I'm at a job. I don't really wear gloves. I wear it for doing toilets, but that's the only time I wear it. At this job, they want me to wear gloves all the time. If I had a choice, I want to wear gloves all the time, but making their life easier, I just think, yeah, just wear gloves, because I know one of the people do think it is the virus itself. So I think, well, you make your life easier, let's do that. Now, yes, I'm putting this out there. It's a bit more firm, like I said, but it really did make me think this morning. I thought, you're saying this 1 minute, Tracy, but then you're saying this in a minute, in the next minute. In a sense, I do agree in the sense of don't believe her in saying the virus, the vaccination side of things, not just with this disingenuously, because there are vaccinations out there that do work for certain things, and I do believe that if it works and it's better for you, take it. Like, I had full-on rashes on me when I was little, and I had to have a cream for it. We tried everything for it, and that's all I can have. So I do believe in vaccination. I believe in medication. I don't believe give up, do whatever you want with the medication. Do listen to the medical people about it. But at the same time, none of it makes sense. Like I said, I don't know actually the symptoms of the virus. To me, it just sounds like the flu. So for me, yeah, I don't. If I had the virus, I would not know. Actually, I would not know. The only reason I would go to the doctors confirm, well, I don't feel 100% right. I go to the doctors. I don't know what the virus is. You know, and that's the problem out there too. No one's really getting a straight answer what the symptoms are. And 1 minute we say one thing, and next minute we say something else. And that's the problem with it all. If you as medias, like your Channel 9 here, 7, 10 and 2, work together, get the right information and give out the right information at the right time, like have to work together at the same time with the information, I think it'd be easier for you to believe in you, but none of you are. None of you are actually going with the same thing. For example, each channel now, like your 10 and 9 and 7 and all that, have like 3 extra channels on it. Like 10 have your Sky News, your Pole, and I think it's Peach and 10. Now, yes, you got your Sky News. That's, I think it's a 24-hour thing. I think it is anyway. But the other channels, 10 have, I think 2 times in a day has news, yeah? So that's okay. Yeah, you got them too. But if this virus went really out there and really is happening, when you have something on the other channel and just something on the bottom so people can read what's happening, or please wash your hands, we're in stage 3, this is what it means in stage 3 on the bottom of that channel. When you think something like that will happen too, into now they're cutting back bits and pieces at these ads, our health issue. I don't know what the health government thing is, but the whole hand washing, staying at home kind of thing. They're living at the pictures now, so that's the problem in itself. Like, we don't, media's doing it to themselves. They're doing it because we don't, I don't believe it because it makes no sense. If it made sense, like the perfect example, when we had the bushfires in December up to, I think it was February, maybe the 4th February, it finished across Australia, yeah? We had news right across that. We had breaking news about it. Now, we had people saying, I'm assuming some of this was a bit lie too, but it did actually happen. Now, I know it actually happened, so I saw it from my own eyes here in Bendigo. We had a small fire. It wasn't big, but it was small. But they sent out MS things out to people. It'd be on the news, don't go here, this road is blocked, you know. It's stuff like that they have to do with the bushfires. But there's nothing out here saying, like, I did not hear once by the news, through media or on TV, anything about a young person in Bendigo. I call everyone young. A person in Bendigo got the virus. I have not heard it. This was about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I was thinking to myself, if that was big, you would have at least a whole across the Victoria region, wouldn't you? So, okay, we need to be careful, but we didn't hear it. I only heard it in this paper, on this paper. Yeah, so media, this is why we don't believe you. This is why some people, and I don't believe it, but this is why maybe she doesn't believe in vaccine. Because you're saying one thing and saying something else. Yeah, maybe that's why she doesn't believe you. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you want people to believe you, get your facts right. It's as far as the only thing I can say, get your facts right. And if this is a full-on story, work together as a team. all your channels work together as a team, all your radios work together as a team. If you feel it has to go on every second thing on YouTube has to be something related to 519, put it out there, make it the right facts, not make up facts. Yeah, and I think that's the problem. That's why we, as the public, half of us don't believe you. You don't have the right symptoms for the virus. You got a whole heap of different things how you can fix the virus. One of them sounds bogus in itself. It sounds like a movie. So that's why people probably don't believe you. It doesn't make sense. You're not working as a team. I'm sorry, but you know, I mean, how many different stories in this week I heard about this boat, well, how heap of boats stay and off, the amount of people who died, and you're saying doctors and nurses broke the rule related to COVID-19 went out for dinner. To me, that in itself, you have however nurses and doctors know what's going on. Would you think they're going to do that? Really? Yeah. So, and if it was that hard, yeah. So this is why I'm saying this is probably why we don't believe you. It does not make sense. You're not working as a team, and it doesn't make sense. A lot of us, and I know with myself, I just want proof. What is the difference about a flu to this virus? Simple as that. What's the difference? And don't use a dangerous soap, a dangerous tablet, say, that can cure COVID-19, because it does just sound like a movie. So that's probably why we don't believe you. Half of us, I would say, not all of us, some of us do. So maybe as medias, and not just with TV, I mean with YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, radio, whatever it's media, paper, whatever, maybe you need to get your facts a bit more, working as a team, and get the right facts so people do believe you. Because I think that's half of the problems. You just saying things out there that makes no sense. Yes, someone has public people. We make up stuff too. I do agree with it. But they are going to get caught out too. So if you're going to make stories that makes no sense, they will get caught out too. So you do need to work as a team. Because I'm telling you, the longer as it goes, the harder for you to come out of this. I do believe that you guys are it's gonna hit you like nothing. You think you got it all right now, but I don't want to be in your shoes when this is all over. So yeah, this is the end of this. And if you're media, I hope you think about this, because it is the two problems, that half of you are saying one thing and the other half are saying something else, and things just doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. To me, nothing makes sense. That's all I can say. So, yes, sorry Tracy, I know I work for Southern Cross, but you did contradict yourself. Sorry, but yeah. So, and it is on Facebook, and it probably will go on YouTube too, so, and I'm assuming they might use it. So yeah, I just want you to realise that you put yourself in this situation. No one else have. You just put yourself in this situation. Yes, I do believe in vaccines. I have to say I do believe in vaccines, but in the other stuff, it just makes no sense. So yep, I'll see you later, and I hope you watch this and it does make sense for you as a media thing. So bye.